all of those factors that make us who we are part of the diversity that we all deal with. And when you're dealing with people, when you're in a people business, you have to think about all of those different things in the way that people are responding to you, and also in the way you're responding to them. You can't only think about it from your perspective. You have to think about what somebody is thinking and feeling in order to get the response that you're looking for.
I've had experiences working specifically with our trans and gender non-binary communities where students didn't feel like they could go talk to public safety about changing their ID card. But what was happening is one of our students was being denied in our cafeteria because their ID didn't match their presentation, so the student wasn't eating. And it's just like, you think about basic needs. You hear that a student's not eating because something as simple as an ID is carrying so much weight. Like, that student's being stopped in every single space throughout their whole day, how trauma-filled that is. For me, I always think about with student work and student service, thinking about the student from the time they wake up to the time they go back to bed. Was every moment of that something that they felt like they were affirmed by or they could identify with? Did they feel like they belonged in that space?
I think there is a big tie into how our day-to-day officers act with our campus community and whether or not someone's going to report or be reluctant to report. And that's based on how well we infuse ourselves with our campus community, that we ensure that we're friendly to everyone, that we get along with everyone. So if the barriers are not there, it's certainly the line of communications then will be.
Could be anything from doing a safety check on bicycles, and in general, just responding to calls for service where, you're helping someone out who lost their ID card. And every one of those encounters are all different. They're not the lights and siren response, but they're important, and they're important to show maybe the only interaction that student ever has with the public safety officer. And that's why it's important to make sure it's a good one.